Have you ever found yourself lost in thought, maybe watching a sunset, and wondered about time? How it seems to slip through our fingers sometimes, and yet on a dull afternoon, it stretches on forever. It's a curious thing, isn't it? Time seems so solid and real, marked by the steady ticking of a clock. And yet, there's this age-old question. Could time be an illusion? Imagine this. You're holding a snow globe. Inside, there's a tiny, perfect world, and if you shake it, the snow swirls, and everything inside seems alive. Our lives are a bit like that snow globe. We move through our days, marking time with birthdays and anniversaries, deadlines and holidays. But what if we're inside the snow globe, and outside, the very concept of time doesn't exist? What if it's something we've created, like the swirling snow, to help us make sense of our world? Consider this. When I was a child, summers felt like they lasted forever. The days seemed to stretch out endlessly, with the taste of ice cream on my lips and the sound of cicadas buzzing in the air. I'd lie in the grass, watching the clouds change shapes, and time seemed to pause, as if those moments could last just a little longer. But now, as an adult, summers come and go in the blink of an eye. Why does time feel different as we grow older? Scientists and philosophers have pondered this question for centuries. Some say that our perception of time changes because we become busier as we age. Our days are filled with responsibilities and routines, leaving little room for the wonder of those long, lazy afternoons. But it goes deeper than that. Some physicists suggest that time might not be as straightforward as it seems. They propose that all moments, past, present, and future, exist simultaneously, like scenes in a movie reel. We experience them in sequence, but what if that's just a limitation of our perception? This might sound a little out there, but think about a song. When you listen to music, each note flows into the next, creating a melody. You experience it from beginning to end, but all the notes exist at once on the sheet of music. You only hear them one at a time because that's how our ears and brains work. Could time be like that too? Let's bring this back to something more tangible. Have you ever been so engrossed in a book or a movie that you lose track of time? You look up, and suddenly hours have passed. Or perhaps you've waited anxiously for something, and every second felt like an eternity. These experiences hint at how elastic time can feel, shaped by our attention and emotions, suggesting that time might not be as rigid as those ticking clocks would have us believe. Now, some people, especially those who study quantum physics, like to play with the idea that time might be an illusion. In the quantum world, particles can be in multiple places at once, or change their state when observed. It's a place where the rules of everyday life, like time moving in one direction, start to bend. It's as if, on the smallest scales of existence, time doesn't function the way we expect it to. It challenges us to rethink what we know. But let's not forget the human side of things. There's a story about a wise old monk who was asked about the nature of time. He took a deep breath and said, "The past is gone, the future isn't here yet, and the present is just a fleeting moment." He left it at that, but there's something profound in his simplicity. Our lives are stitched together by moments, fleeting, beautiful, sometimes painful, and it's how we live those moments that matters. Perhaps the idea that time is an illusion isn't meant to unsettle us, but to remind us of something essential. If past, present, and future are not as separate as they seem, then maybe our journey through life is more about presence than time. Being present in those small, textured moments, the warmth of a hug, the smell of rain on earth, the sound of laughter, might be where we find the real magic. So what should we take away from all this? Maybe time, whether real or imagined, is less about clocks and calendars and more about the richness of experience. Maybe it's a reminder to treasure our moments, to look up and see the beauty in a sunset, to feel the grass beneath our feet, and to cherish the people we love. In the end, whether time is an illusion or not, it's how we fill it that gives it meaning. As you go about your day, perhaps you can carry a bit of this wonder with you. In the dance of our daily routines, pause and notice the little things, the way the morning sun casts long shadows, or the way laughter can fill a room with warmth. Maybe, just maybe, those moments are more than passing seconds. They're the threads that weave the fabric of our lives. Thanks for letting me share these thoughts with you. Whether time is real or just a trick of the mind, or maybe a bit of both, it's how we choose to live in it that truly counts. Until next time, take a moment to pause, breathe, and embrace the now. After all, it might just be the most precious thing we have.